How's it going, Sha?
Oh, it's going okay. I just realized, uh, for anyone who watched our YouTube, first off, anyone who watches us on YouTube, God bless you. Um, that is, I somehow that has become a very popular way to take in podcasts,
Yeah,
and that seems wild, but that is there are a few podcasts that I do watch.
I like
Um,
it because it's like podcast gives me the freedom to do both. Like I could watch and like there's like facial reactions I wouldn't get, but then
right,
when like something comes up around the house, I know the audio is still gonna work, so I can
right.
like cook while I'm still
Yes.
listening.
Exactly, exactly. So, but, I just realized that, in our previous episode, I, I've been sitting next to this art, and that's not normally I am in my, gray void, and,
Yeah.
but this is, just an old piece of art, this old hunk of art, from, an old friend of mine named John Simmons, and I've had it for many years, and I usually hang it up wherever I live, and I had it propped up on something, and then my cat was just like, "Well," and just knocked it over, and so that is what you're seeing is me. I have yet to put it back up or find a place that's cat proof. Um, but that so I in case people are like, "Why? What's happening?" Yeah, that's all it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's John Simmons.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to John Simmons, who I don't if he finds this, he will stumble upon it accidentally. But um, yeah, I think this was fractal photography, I think is what this.
Oh, so that's a picture.
Yeah, it's a photograph. Uh
Huh.
he's we went to high school together. Uh,
That's dope.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is most of the artwork in your home like from people you know?
No. Most of it's from thrift stores, actually.
Okay.
But I do have I've got John's piece. My best friend Jordan is she's a fantastic artist. She paints a lot of portraits, these very simple line style portraits, and then colors them in, and they're great. And there was like a series of three that I had just snatched from her house once, and I had them hanging. They're hanging in my bedroom,
Okay.
and but most of what's in here. Oh, there's a comedian Greg. Oh, I can't believe I'm blanking on his last name, but he's based out of LA, the black guy who does, like, sometimes cartooning,
Okay.
um, but, he had this series of artwork where he would take a photograph of or a picture of, a rap artist, and then whatever city they're from, he
Okay.
would superimpose over their face, but he would do, like, the redlining, map of that city.
Oh, okay.
So I've got one that Jordan Temple bought from Greg and gave to me, and it's Andre 3000 with the city of Atlanta, the housing map over his face, but with the red line showing where things shift in the city.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, so I have that, and then I think that might be it. Um,
Oh.
you
Shouts
know,
to Jordan, shouts to Greg.
Yeah, I can't believe Edwards, Greg Edwards?
Okay.
Do you know that name? I
That
think
it
if you looked him
sounds
up, you'd be
yeah.
like, "Oh, this guy, Greg Edwards."
Huh.
But the rest of it is mostly like needlepoint from like 70s style needlepoint,
Oh
you
yeah, I do
know?
know Greg by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's mostly that is what's in my house. Stuff that I've gotten like 70s style art from I've gotten from thrift stores.
Huh. Rock
Yeah.
on. I've been wanting to slowly make the entire apartment either art from people I know or
Mm,
us. Like
okay.
like we did photo shoots when each kid was like one with me and that kid in like the park, and I have one of each of those pictures.
Mhm.
Um Gabby has like the hall that's kind of like family picture stuff. I think that's cool.
Right, right.
Um but there's some cool, like, funky pieces. My brother-in-law, Jose, made paintings of each kid's first sonogram. I like how those came out.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, they both came out really, like, beautiful, and those have been up in the home off and on for the whole time.
Mhm.
Um, we got some comic book covers that, like, I enjoy, but admittedly would rotate out now. I would want to, like, get more personal pieces.
Sure.
Like, I feel like I got those and put them up because it was like me and Gabby, like, saying like, oh, like, our parents can't say don't put this up,
Right.
but like
Yeah.
now we're 40 and like, okay, like, we don't want this here. This is the living room.
Right. Sure.
So
I had a lot of posters for bands.
right.
I always have since I was a kid, I was big on putting posters up on the wall, and when I lived by myself in, like, a studio apartment, I did, but, I was, like, 26 or something like that. I was working at an independent record store. My house looked like an independent record store, I just posters of various things, and then, that I kind of phased that out, and then, in the house that I lived in before I moved was like a proper house, and I was in
Right.
it by myself, so I'm like, "Oh, I okay, like, each room is painted a different color, I need to do a thing for each room," and that's
Yeah.
when I was like, "Okay, let's gather up all of the little things I've gotten from thrift stores, let's really look for more because that's kinda my sensibility, I think, is kind of like a weird knickknacks and kitschy things and things like that. So that's usually now when I go to thrift stores, instead of looking for clothing, I'm looking at art,
That's
uh,
dope.
to hang places and stuff. So yeah, I mean, that's what I was trying to do when I slipped and, and fell. Was I slipped and fell on boxes that I was going to use to send art to myself. So
Amen.
yeah, like
Y'all stick with it now.
yeah, now I have to. But yeah, I've got it. At first, to me, it when I look around, I'm like, I don't know if I have enough on my walls. But then I look and I'm like, oh, I have little things kind of scattered all over the place. I do have plenty, but
Okay.
I'm sure I'm going to load down my bedroom with just more stuff. So,
I don't know, I think it's a cool way to kinda, like, make the space more your own.
hmm
Um, I've seen some cool stuff done online that, it's some of the stuff on social media that I actually think was seen more. Like,
mm,
I think, it's a way for people that aren't necessarily artistic or that don't feel artistic to still express themselves. Like,
right.
you can find artists that, like, touch and connect with you, and putting and, designing your apartment is kinda like a art in itself.
It is.
Um
It's not easy. It's,
Yeah.
my mother was very good at it. And I do what I can, messing with colors and stuff, but I have like colors that I enjoy having in the house, and, like, now I have some purple in my living room, and that's a new thing for me. I wouldn't have had, like, purple before, but I'm like,
Right.
I found a thing, and I'm like, "I kinda like how this is put together," and so, here we are. Here I am with purple curtains, but, but yeah, like, it definitely there's an art to it or whatever, especially if you wanna, like, work with color and
Yeah.
but it is a way of just like, "Oh, I like these things together," and it's your hopefully, you're doing this in your house
Right,
or
right.
your where you live, and so you should want where you are to make you happy and comfortable, and whatever it is that does that is what you should do. So, like, I wouldn't like I wouldn't say like, "Oh, you should these colors don't go together. I wouldn't put this there." Well, do whatever it is that you wanna do in there because it's where you live and ultimately,
Yeah.
what will
You there
make you
all day.
happy. So,
Real talk. I'm motivated. I'm start making more changes in here.
yeah.
I like it. I feel like Aiden has the most put together room. It's very, like, kid centric,
Mhm.
but, like, there's a clear, like, direction. Um, he has a lot of, like, toys, but they're, like, neatly placed.
Okay.
There's, like, a Lego shelf. There's, a Ninja Turtle desktop.
Mm. Okay. Alright.
Solid color scheme, resting area, really cool night lighting for, like, reading.
Mm.
He has his computer desk with like an area for the Mac, for like the mini Mac thing, whatever
Oh,
that
okay.
is. And
Uh-huh.
then he has like a PC because he thinks there's like different coding things he could do on it. He tried
Yeah,
explaining it to me the other
that's
day.
true. Yeah, yeah, it's a completely different beast doing
Yeah.
things on a PC versus a Mac.
Yeah. So he has all of that set up in a way that like he's like, look, I could change with a button. I was like, all right, it's cool, man. Um, you know, like he has a
Good for you,
really
son.
real talk. Yeah, I don't come down this hallway often, but like every time I do, like you got some new shit happening, you know? And then like Michaela is more like artist mind. Like
Mhm.
in her room, I don't know where any of it like makes sense, but she knows where everything is.
Oh, okay, I can relate, I can relate. Yeah,
Yeah, like she
yeah.
got like a pile here.
Mhm.
The computer is definitely there because I put it there,
Right.
but I don't see it. There's stuff over.
Mhm.
Um, she tells me she uses it. I know she has to because she takes computer graphics.
Right,
But how? I have no idea. Never seen the computer since I put it there.
right.
But she has a system and she's on honor roll consistently. So something's working.
Yeah,
So like
don't
straight
wanna
up,
mess
I don't
that up. Mm-mm.
yo, real talk. I told both of them, I was like, listen, like this hallway goes to your two rooms. If I'm back here, it's because you told me to come see something. Or your mom saw something and said, Gastor, go talk to them.
Right.
That is it. Real talk. Otherwise, I trust y'all. Like, do what you
Mhm.
do. And they do good work, so I don't got reasons to be back there often.
Right.
But they real talk, I was thinking about, yo, we got this house now 11 years.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure, like, if I really had to, I could count how many times I've walked down that hallway.
That's so funny.
Like, real talk, it is rare. And most of them is Aiden forgot to put toilet paper in the
Okay.
bathroom and it's in his room. So like it's like 1 in the morning and Gabby's like in the toilet and she like, yo, go get toilet paper. Aiden forgot. Most of them is that. But like to just like go see a kid's room, you good,
Right.
homie. Real talk. That's it. You chilling. But I've been impressed with the way he's decorated his room, and I want like it's been inspiring. Like he has like a real vibe in there, and I want to like
Mhm.
do more of that. I'm also happy admittedly because like there was like a little like he has like weird nerdy hobbies, and like that's cool. But like the other cousin that did that at that age, the cousin that did that at that age, like
Mhm.
had like a lizard phase, and I was worried he was going like I was so concerned that we were just gonna have weird animals in his room,
Oh, okay.
you know, and like there's already like he thankfully is not that, but
Okay.
there is definitely teenage boy smell
Yes.
that I was like, yo, you gotta be on top of cleaning because I don't want that in my crib.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's done good with that. But
Mhm.
teenage boy smell with lizards, yo, they, it's you can't combat it, yo. It
Yeah, no, that's tough.
it's tough.
Mhm.
It's engulfing.
Yeah, no, I mean, teenage boy smell is already a lot.
It's a lot.
And then if you were to throw an iguana on top of that, that's gonna be something.
Real talk.
Yeah.
One of y'all is shedding. I wish the other one was. It's a lot.
Yeah, that's true. That the iguana's gonna need a heat rock. Like, it's a
Yo.
lot. Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
So thankfully he's not that, but he's got a vibe. I think he's done a good job with the direction of his room.
Mhm.
And I feel like, yo, we gotta do more of that for the rest of the crib.
Yeah, yeah, just kinda outside of, like, family pictures. I mean, I don't well, do I have any family? Not really. I have a picture of me and my sister,
Okay.
in my room. I've got a couple of those, but I don't have anything with, like, my parents or any other family member. I have a framed picture of me and my old roommate Kevin on a show we used to do in Atlanta called
Okay.
Shake. We for the first one, we did, like, um, a posed photograph and, he framed one of the posters, and
Hell
then,
yeah.
so when he moved here, he had that framed and hung it up, and then since he's since moved out and completely forgot to take that with him, but I imagine his girlfriend's like, "Why do I want a picture of you and your friend on my wall?" You know, that's fair. You gotta build together, so I understand.
Real talk.
Uh and then I have a picture of one of the shows that Courtney Farrington and I did together, where we did Belly.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and so we got someone to superimpose our faces on Nas and DMX's face. I think Chris Daniels did that for us. So it's us on the Belly poster. And
That's
that is
beautiful.
so ridiculous. I was like, got to put that in a frame. So that's hanging in my room as well. But yes, otherwise, my room is just like, what is happening? There's a lot of weird knickknacks you got going on in here. Um, yeah. But
Amen.
it all makes me, when I am sitting in bed and looking around, it all makes me extremely happy.
That's
Or
beautiful.
yeah, so I figure that's all that matters.
Yeah, real
Yeah.
talk. Put some stuff up that makes you smile.
Yeah,
I like it.
absolutely. I'm big on that.
Amen. I'm gonna do that. Real talk. I like it. Let's get into the news.
Alrighty.
Kicking us off, we got why the McDonald's man who let cops to Luigi might not get his $60,000.
Oh yeah, let's
McDonald's
hear.
employee who led the police to the accused killing of United Healthcare CEO may not receive the $60,000 reward, according to authorities. Brian Thompson, 50, was shot dead by a maskman. The killing sparked a huge manhunt. Luigi was arrested in Altoona, Pennsylvania, after a McDonald's customer reportedly alerted an employee after recognizing him from a surveillance camera image. That employee then dialed 911. Manhattan prosecutors filed murder and other charges against Mangione on Monday. Um, but despite the tip from a McDonald's employee leading authorities to Mangione, it's not clear if the employee in question will ultimately receive any reward, as the FBI and NYPD have a stringent guideline around the awarding of such payments. The rewards offered are for information that not only leads to an arrest, but also a conviction. In this case, Mangione would need to be extradited to New York, face trial, and then be convicted before any reward is paid out. The
Oh
Yeah, so there's still a chance.
yeah, but it's gonna take a while.
It's gonna take a minute.
And it also depends on if he if he wins or lose. You know what I mean?
Real talk, he could win.
He could. I mean, we America kind of loves him right now. And I know
Real
that
talk.
means nothing in New York, but you may have to find a jury.
Yeah. I don't see
And
I don't see how you get 12 unbiased jurors.
I don't see that happening right now either. You
Real
have to
talk.
go to a very specific area. And even then, I feel like I don't know if you got it right now.
12? Nah, but yeah,
Well,
real
yeah,
talk.
nah,
Yo,
mm-mm.
I guess I went through that this year. I went through the whole jury selection
Oh,
process.
that's right.
Real talk.
Yeah,
That shit is thorough.
yeah.
And I cannot stress how, like, it still blows my mind. We show up, that room had legitimately 2,000 people.
Oh my gosh.
After like 8 hours, they filter us down to like maybe like 80 people
Mhm.
to talk to. They talk to the 80 of us, filter down to like another 13. Then they bring us in for a group interview. And then from the group interview, I was the only one who made it to the jury.
Wow.
Straight up. Like, that's how crazy it is. To get to 12, they have to do that shit over and over again. So, like, when I got picked, there was still like, you one of the jury. I went to the room and I met some other dudes. They were like, yo, we've been here for 2 days. I've been
Oh
here
my
for a
god.
week. And like waiting for them to pick 12.
Right.
And that was for like a trial that, like, I can't stress, we were so all on board with. Like,
Right.
the conviction got done 45 minutes.
Oh wow.
45 minutes from when they said go figure it out. We walked
Right.
in there like, yo, we ain't dinner today. Like, real talk.
Like we all
Everybody,
agree. Yeah, okay.
right?
Let's just start picking out what we want to eat.
Real talk. They're like, yo, we could delay this for like another hour if you want to eat here for free, or we go home.
Mhm.
Like, it was efficient. And it still took that long for us to get like a jury like
Right.
picked out where like both sides thought they were getting heard fairly. I
Right.
can't see that here.
No, yeah, this is a tough one.
Mm-mm. Good
Yeah.
luck. Rule for y'all. But if you
Wait, who
got,
are you rooting for in this one?
I am rooting for, first I'm rooting for the jury selected people.
Okay. All
Real
right.
talk. I gotta tell
Okay.
you, cause I know for a fact you a fan, but you might have to say guilty.
Mm.
because they gonna tell you like I know because like they'll go. I know how the lawyer talks and I know how the judge talks. They gonna be like, hey, listen, strictly by the facts. This is the exact law. So
Right.
even if you personally feel different about this issue, this is how you have to vote based on this.
Mhm.
And I remember they was giving me weird breakdowns about the laws that they was relating to this, to the crime I was there looking at. So I get it. They're gonna tell you, hey, I know how much you like Luigi. But if
But
Luigi did this, you gotta say Luigi did it.
right.
And then they're gonna be super specific about what they're going after.
Mhm.
So it's gonna be some weird shit that you ain't think was a crime. They're gonna be like, hey, listen, ignoring that he shot a CEO, did Luigi go outside without a shirt on? That's against the law on that block. You know that? Like some weird shit like that that we ain't know. And now like Luigi going down. So
Hmm.
they gonna make it real hard on you to be a fan of Luigi, but do the not the right thing, but the obligation.
Right. I heard that they are charging him with, like, terroristic attacks.
I'm
That's what they're
telling you, that's the
charging
angle.
Luigi with. Yeah.
Because they know they can't do murder. Murder, I don't think you can convince 12 people that he didn't do that for the right reason or whatever. But
Right.
terrorist shit, that's different because they
Yeah.
could break down that rule differently.
Mhm.
The lawyer could be like, yo, whatever, but like he put other people in danger. There's other stuff that they could argue that you can't deny now.
Right, right, right.
You know what I mean? And
Wow.
now you gotta live with that for the rest of your life. That you sent away that hero, you know?
Wow, okay. That has been your law moment with Gastor Almonte.
Real talk. You know what I mean? I don't even know what's the lawyer one at the ending? Dubois. What did he say at the end?
What, the voir dire?
Yeah,
Voir voir
Vaudier,
dire? Voir dire?
Vaudour. See, I was
Something.
way off. Gaston
Yeah.
Almonte Dubois would have been what I would have said. But
Well, I mean, we'll take it. We'll take it.
real talk. Gaston
Yeah.
Almonte DeBarge. All right. Check me out.
Okay, alright, now we're pushing it.
A lawyer of love.
Oh
Amen.
my gosh.
In other news, the Detroit area library rejects the return of an overdue book that was late by 50 years. That's right. A former Detroit area resident attempted to return a library book that was 50 years overdue, but the library told him to keep it. Chuck Hildebrandt, who now lives in Chicago, said he recently was looking through books on his shelf when he spotted a copy of baseball's Zaniest Stars by Howard Liss and noticed it had a Dewey Decimal System number on it on the spine. Hildebrandt soon realized he had checked the book out from the Warren Public Library on December 4th, 1974. I was so embarrassed. The man returned the book to the Metro Detroit library for Thanksgiving and tried to return the book, but was told that the book was no longer in the system, along with any record of him having checked it out. Librarians told him he could keep the book and he would not be charged the 25 cents per day overdue fee, which would have been $4,563.75.
Still reasonable.
Real talk. For how late? For how late? Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
solid.
that's not bad. 25 cents a day, if we're not adjusting for inflation or anything like that, that's a nice amount.
Real talk, yo. I go far.
Mhm.
Hildebrand is now attempting to raise the amount of that waived fee to donate to a nonprofit literary group. Reading is fundamental. He put the first 10% down, $457 himself, and is trying to crowdfund the rest. He's turning it into a good
Yeah,
story there. I
that's
like that.
nice. That's sweet.
Real talk.
Um, I feel like I I moved from New York to Atlanta with a library book or 2, and
Mm.
I feel like I remember just when we realized when I'm putting books on the shelf and just saying, "Oh, no, well, this is a lie, we've gotta return it." My dad just being like, "I think they'll be fine." Yeah, you're not gonna have me mailing back library books, like, I think we'll be alright."
They'll live. They'll live. Real
Yeah,
talk.
they'll live, so who knows? But, I mean, I'm here now, Brooklyn Library, so try to come at me.
Real talk. Watch your back. Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember what those books were, but they certainly should be. Probably something a little bit better than, bat what was it? Baseball's zaniest
Zaniest stars.
animals or whatever? Yeah, that's yeah.
My kids, I got them library cards like maybe 2 months ago, and
Mhm.
Kayla is like falling in love with this thing. She went on to join 2 other libraries on her own.
Okay.
Like she like, hey dad, like this is dope. But they only got Brooklyn books. There's some books that are in the New York Public Library, so she went and joined that one too. And she joined the Queens one because we're right by the border. So she sometimes goes to Queens Public Library.
Right.
She's like leveraging the whole thing. She's like, yeah, I'm having a meeting with these people for a group project. Told them I reserved the space at the library.
That's great.
Straight up, like she going ham. And like Aiden is just like getting comic books. He's like, yeah, like it's dope. He's like, you wouldn't buy this. So I went and read it. I was like,
Great.
that's what's
That's
up. Oh
good
yeah,
too.
you
That's
saving me
good
money, my
too.
G, and you reading.
I mean, I need to get my situation in gear, and I think I have a library card that might be the New York Public Library, but
Yeah,
I probably need like a Brooklyn one as well. But because I want to be able to use their streaming service
right.
or rent. I don't know if they'll have DVDs for rent, but I'm guessing they might.
I'm sure they do. Yeah,
And I do have a DVD player. Uh,
yeah.
I'm in the market for a VHS player. Look, I'm trying to. I don't want to forget any media
Yo,
because you
real
can
talk.
because you could check out albums and stuff too. So I've been thinking, well, maybe like a record player in case I decide to finally become a record person. But I don't know if I want that in my life. Like at this point, that's so much stuff to fall on me when the earthquake happens. I don't need to add to the rubble. I don't wanna make it harder for them to find my body when it all collapses, you know? So
Yo.
maybe I won't do too much on the vinyl. But
I have I used to have a crazy vinyl collection, like maybe like
mhm.
15, 16,000 records.
Right.
Right now I got like maybe like 1,000 in the
Mhm.
office here next to me. Um, Gabby, uh, I couldn't play them upstairs because the kids would like break stuff.
Right.
But now that they're old enough, she bought like a record player for me a couple years ago, and we're slowly like she's like have like 20 of these. I don't want you getting crazy, but
Mhm.
she's like you have like 20 records upstairs, and she gave me like one shelf.
Oh, that's nice.
She's like, here, keep your stuff here. Be like, keep it organized. Don't get sloppy because she's like, I yell at the kids
Right.
about their shelf. You can't have your shelf looking like shit.
Right.
But I'm gonna have 20 records in there. I got a couple so far. I got Nas Illmatic,
Sure.
we got Biggie Ready to Die.
Of course.
Gabby has one record in there. She has Back to Black, the Amy Winehouse joint.
Absolutely.
You know
Oh
what I
my
mean?
goodness, I have a hard time listening to that. When Amy Winehouse passed away,
Yeah.
I it affected me, but it hit me so hard that I couldn't listen to Back to Black for a full year. And then
Wow.
when I tried, um I still got very upset, and I was like, "Oh," because I was dealing with something emotionally, and I was trying to find the music that would help me through it, and then I was like, "Oh, this is a Back to Black situation. I need to
Mm.
listen to that." But there's still so much emotional
Yeah.
weight on it from her dying that I was like, "I don't know if I'm gonna oh, I'm good now. I think I can listen to it. I haven't watched the documentary about her, and I won't
Right.
watch the bootleg, like, biopics that they made. I'm not
Yeah.
watching that
That was
either.
rough.
Yeah, so, but yeah, that's a good one, and I'm sure on vinyl that's nice too.
Real talk. It's cool.
Yeah.
And it was re-released recently. So like
Mhm.
there's like two there's like a couple different special editions. We got one with the Ghostface extra verse.
Okay.
So it's cool. But yeah, like I'm actually pro all of the old school shit. Like I want like the old equalizer
Yes.
EQ joints. I like the look of those things.
Right, right, right.
You
Oh,
know,
like building a component
yeah, the
system.
component systems. I love
Yes.
those. I want
Right,
a
right,
whole
right.
one in my crib. Um with the tape one, the
Yep.
equalizer, the amp. I want the whole joint.
Yeah,
Real
yeah,
talk.
yeah.
I love the look. I've wanted one for years. Like I got my mom out on the lookout. Like yo, like you live around other old people. If one of them
Yeah, if
throws
any of
something out,
them have
real talk, hit me up. And like so, there's like a elderly center that like she volunteers at, and like she went over there with like pictures. She's like, "Yo, if one of y'all got this, let me know, my son." So
That's
I'm
funny. I
real
would
talk.
love one of those very old school, like 70s, stereos where, like the speakers are, it looks like a TV stand, like the size of a TV stand or something,
Yeah.
but it's got a record player kind of built in, kind of sunken, right?
Right.
And then the speakers are like the bottom shelving, they're built in, and then you can stack like 4 or 5 platters on a thing that holds it, and it'll play a record, it'll play the side, and then when it's done playing that record, the most bottom album will drop, and then the needle will come over and play it. It like automatic record player thing where you could stack the albums and then they would drop. It's a very 70s thing where you're not. I mean, you can only listen to one side of it at a time, but look it up. I would love one of those kinds of things where you can hold the thing. And it needs to have, my parents had a record player that had all of the speeds. So there's 33 and a third, for
Right.
albums.
Right.
And then there's 45s for 7 inches, the 45s, the little smaller records. And
Right.
then there's 78s. And
Yeah.
those were, for the records way back in the day. But then there were 16s.
Ooh.
And those, I guess, so that means it's like what, 16, the revolution 16 times around.
Right.
So everything sounded slower because I would play all the records on all the wrong speeds. And
Okay.
16 is where everything got really slow, like chopped and screwed
Right.
slow.
Right.
But because of the math, it's just like if something's on 33, it's like 45 is almost like double time for it, but
Right.
16 is like half time. Like I would love to get a record player that has all 4 of those settings.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I like that.
But
Look at
at a
that.
certain
Old people
point,
dreams, baby.
I know at a certain point it's like we're just trying to rebuild the living room of the old people who raised us.
Amen. Real
Yeah.
talk. I'm straight up. I want a wood television.
Yes.
Real talk.
The
Like
one that warms up
14
before
feet.
it turns on, and then when it
Yeah.
turns off, it goes down to the little dot that fades away. That's what I
Amen.
absolutely.
Like mostly wood, but like the area with the buttons, like you got to turn the knob,
Yep.
and it kind of feels like really cheap, like carpet by the buttons,
Okay.
and then the rest is wood.
All right. I hear you. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Amen. And it rolls for some reason. You know,
And it rolls.
it's only
Okay.
gonna be in one place in this living room, but it does roll just in case
Just in case.
you need to you need to move it. You know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Finally, 7,782 lottery tickets strike a big winning number, 555. That's right. North Carolina Education Lottery said 7,782 winning tickets resulted from the pick 3 drawing that came up with the numbers 555. Lottery officials said in the news release that Friday's night's pick 3 drawing ended with that number. The 50-cent tickets earned winners $250. For $1 tickets, they earn 500, meaning that more than $3 million in prizes are expected to be awarded as of Friday's drawings. The combination of the 3 same numbers, known as trips, are some of the most popular set of numbers played. Whatever the numbers you pick, the odds of matching exactly all 3 in pick 3 drawings are the same, 1 in 1,000.
Okay. First off, let's just shout out to all the various nicknames that are used when it comes to lottery tickets. You
Oh, you
know,
got the trips?
trips, straight in a box, twisted with a hat on top, whatever the fuck it is that there people are calling these numbers.
Yeah, oh, then play that back and forth.
Right? Yes. Like, what do we get out of here? But secondly, they have 50-cent lottery tickets.
That's fire. Real talk. That was kind of the biggest news in this.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked. And for a second, I was like, oh, that's great. That means that. And then I went, wait a minute. That means that people can.
Yo, because my first thought was like, oh, this is a kid-friendly lottery.
It's a kid friendly lottery. But then it's like, but now I've got my kid playing the lottery.
Real talk.
What kind of parent am I?
It's going to the education, Sha.
No, it's not. Yeah, teaching them how to play the lottery. I'd rather them take a statistics class.
Yeah, 1 in 1,000 people will hit this number.
But yeah, but that is wild that numbers where they repeat like that do so well.
Yeah, I mean, people are fans. Real
I mean,
talk.
I mm, I just
This
would
is the
never.
only time where I'm okay with doing a thing like this because, like, it does. Like, you winning doesn't get split up with someone else winning.
Right.
I hate when people pick numbers like this on like a regular lotto, and then like, yo, if you hit with 7,000 people. Now you got to split this
And
million
now you're
dollars.
gonna right.
You know what I mean?
And this is supposed to be my $1 billion, but now everybody's
Yeah.
gonna get 12,000
I can't live on that.
because everybody decided to go 555 all the way. That's very funny.
Real talk, yo. All my lotto numbers, no birthdays. Real talk. I don't
Oh
even pick
yeah.
numbers below 30. Same
Okay.
odds, but I ain't splitting with none of y'all.
That's fair. That's
Real
fair.
talk.
Yeah, I don't think of the numbers that I really like. I don't think any of them are birthday numbers. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I also never play the lottery because it's a trap.
it's fair.
But I spend a lot of brain time wondering what I would do if I were to win the lottery.
What, what would you do, Shy?
Well, I guess first I would thank whoever bought the lottery ticket for me because I didn't do it.
Okay.
But I just the usual things. Um, I guess pay off whatever bill I have. Um,
Okay.
go to the lady that we mentioned in the last episode, go to her to have her fix my teeth. Um, yeah, I think it would be very simple things.
Real talk. I'm with you.
Yes. Yeah.
I
Another tattoo.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's the first tattoo?
Oh, well, I have 2 right now.
Okay.
The first tattoo I got was the Sesame Street sign on my right arm.
Okay.
And then the second tattoo I have is a character named Bats Maru. He's a very surly penguin in the Hello Kitty universe.
Okay.
Him spinning records. I probably would try to fix that because I like the design, but the guy made it too small, and now it just looks like 3 weird smudges on my left forearm. But it is this penguin because he kept putting white ink on it, and I was like, "That's not gonna stay." And he's like, "No, no, it'll be fine." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, so you don't know how white ink works on my color skin because you're a white
Mm-mm.
dude." And you're like, "Oh, it'll highlight it." And I mean, it was on there for, like 4 months and before it faded, but the rest of it didn't. And I was like, please listen to look, I know I'm not the one covered in tattoos, but I'm also the black one.
Real talk.
So so like but yeah.
I would I first of all, I have no tattoos, but
Okay.
I've always told Gabby,
Mhm.
the day I hit $4 million in net worth, I will get a
Mhm.
full sleeve. And
Wow,
that's how
that's
I'm
a
gonna tell
lot.
her.
You're real feast or famine. You could also
All
just
right,
get
baby.
like just a little something. It doesn't have
Nah.
to be a
Now
full sleeve.
I'm telling her, like, yo, there's a work trip. I told her I'm gonna book a show. That way, like, I
Mhm.
have an excuse to be gone for the week,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna get a sleeve done, whole sleeve.
Okay.
Boom. I'm gonna come back week later. Yo, shorty, we made it. You know, we here. I can't get corporate work no more, but
Yeah, you can.
it's all good. Yeah, things have changed with that too,
Things have
admittedly.
kind of changed with that. Yeah, I think you can.
Real talk. And I can't get corporate work because I'm not qualified anymore. That's actually what's
Yeah,
changed.
no, that's what would
Real
stop you.
talk. My
More so
resume
than a
crashing.
tattoo. Yeah.
I'd buy a puppy. The kids want a puppy.
Okay.
I was like, all right, I have enough money now to buy a house big enough where this puppy will be nowhere near me
Sure,
and y'all
sure.
can enjoy the puppy. I would I still would stay in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
Real talk. I think I would move closer to the bridge,
Oh.
want to be able to access the city a little bit more, but also be like I would become Brooklyn Nets version of Spike Lee. 100%. I'd be at every game. Inverse though. I'm gonna be in the cheap seats,
Okay.
but I'm gonna
Yelling
buy
at
a
him from
whole
there?
section. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to buy a whole section and I want to invite a different like public school to watch the game with me.
Oh, wow.
Real talk. I want rowdy like teenagers and like kids. Yo, you got now if you passing, you good.
Mhm.
I don't want kids with 90s. Keep being good. You're being great in school. That's awesome. But
Mhm.
like, I need kids with like 70s, and you passing, but you ain't really
Okay.
studying. You got to be here to watch the game. All right. I
That
want to
feels
start.
disruptive, but I understand the sentiment behind it.
Yeah, like I like because like I'll if you got a 90 and up, I'll buy you like a shirt at the game.
Right.
But like, if you got 70, 80, come to the game. You wasn't studying. You know,
You weren't doing nothing. Come
you
on.
wasn't studying. Hey, let's have a moment as a community. Let's watch this together. Real
Wow.
talk. And
Okay.
then afterward, I'll have them meet with like people from the local unions. Like, hey, this is a good job. You can be a
Wow.
plumber.
Okay. All right. So basically, you would just turn this into a job fair.
Yeah, real talk. Like, yo,
Mm.
you could be an air conditioning repair.
Oh
I'll
my
have a
god.
coding camp. You'll learn how to
Mhm.
code.
I don't even know if people do that anymore.
Real
I
talk.
mean, people learn how to code, I think, but I don't. Who knows? Who knows? I'm sure it'll work.
Those are my dreams, baby. Real
Yep.
talk.
Okay. That's not bad. That's not
You
bad.
gonna fall, baby. Real talk. If you would like to split this lotto money with Gastor and Shalewa. Oh, I'll tell you that too.
Oh, what?
I would disproportionately invest in podcasts. Like, Shy would be like, Gastor, why we have like 4 editors now?
Well,
Because we
okay.
can. Real
Because we
talk.
can. Sure.
We can. This does not make sense with the budget. Don't worry about that, Shy. They're excited volunteers.
Okay.
You know?
Yep.
Real talk. Shy gonna be like, yo, why Hans Zimmer doing the music now? You know?
Yeah, that
He heard the episode. He was a
yeah,
fan.
that would be wild.
Amen. Real
Yeah.
talk. If you would like to see us spend about 2 to 5% of the billions of dollars on this podcast,
Okay.
real talk. All you gotta do is like subscribe to the show, baby. If you're an Apple,
Mhm.
Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars, you know I'm gonna spend the money, but you didn't think I could spend that much of the money on the podcast. You were wrong.
I'll also make sure that he gets a financial advisor.
Real talk. That is
Don't
the right
worry,
move.
so that we are not that we didn't give the chunk of our money to Danny Elfman for her theme song.
Real talk, yo. 5 stars. Uh, you're excited to see how I splurge, okay? It's gonna be my new era, okay? Uh,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think he probably could find Mr. Dickies and get some real nice
real
custom
talk.
custom shirts made.
Yo, real talk. Yo, you heard Wes Craven is directing a podcast now? Yo, he in the budget. He in the budget, yo. It's crazy.
Oh man.
Real talk. I brought him back to life. Told him my direction.
Oh
It's
gosh.
happening.
Yeah,
Real
that's what
talk.
we'll do. We'll get a different acclaimed director to direct an episode of the podcast.
Real talk. See, she was laughing, but she on board. She
No,
likes the
yeah.
idea.
Oh, just because I'm like, when else am I going to work with Steven Soderbergh, right? Let's do it. Steven Soderbergh, call him up. We can get Christopher Nolan in here, and then I mean, I guess whatever notable white guys he likes to work with.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Real talk,
We could
yo.
probably get it done. We could certainly.
Giovanni Risby is gonna be on the show. I think that's how I say his name. I like that guy. He's really cool.
What a pull! Who is thinking about Giovanni? I think it's Ribisi.
Ribisi, whatever
Either
his name. I
way,
love that guy.
who is thinking about okay.
Great actor. Love that dude. Doesn't get enough work.
Well, yeah, okay. You truly the way you find because I know that's due to your wild ass DVD collection.
Real talk. That's the boiler room. Real talk.
Oh my
Real
god, you're
talk. As the
weird.
Bee and the Liars. That was one of the first
Yeah,
purchases.
your weird alphabetical DVD collection. Also, shout out to Michael Pitt, who is in a new
Yo,
movie about boxing.
yo.
I sent Gastor a trailer, and I was like, "Your boy's okay."
Real
It might
talk.
actually be good. It's got like quality people. I mean, Steve Buscemi's in it,
Yo.
so I feel like he don't do no junk. Steve Buscemi don't do no junk, so it might be good.
Oh man. Real talk, yo. Y'all ain't ready for this podcast pivot.
No,
Gonna be
yeah,
crazy.
I don't think we are. I don't think we are.
Oh
You'll be able
man.
to tell whose is whose. It's like, all right, this one is by Paul T. Anderson. I think this one is Shalewa one. The Spike Jones one is a Shalewa one. Oh.
Oh, that's awesome. Real talk. Yo, you know what's this dude name too? Another actor I like a lot. I'd have him in it. Trying to
Hmm.
think it. I don't know his name. Like he from Paid in Full. He was the uncle in Paid in Full, and his daughter is like a solid actress now too. She's like on Broadway. But I like that dude. I'd have him in it.
Wait,
He's dope.
Paid in Full Uncle? Wait, who was
Yeah, in
that?
Paid in Full, there's this dude that's the uncle of Mekhi Phifer's character. Like he's in the bodega. He's like, I could smell a motherfucker with money. You know, he's like, even a blind dude can see you got money. You shining.
Wait, hold on. Was he a big guy?
He's tall. He's real thin, but he's tall. And
Oh,
he's a real like acclaimed black actor. He's in a ton of shit, killing it. And like,
all
but
right.
he's like more known for like theater.
Huh. I'm looking at all the cast members
Yeah,
now,
I
I
like that
think.
dude. I want him on the pot.
That wasn't Chi McBride, was it? No, because he's
Nah,
bigger than
nah.
no.
Yeah, like it's let me see. Ron Jones.
Ron Jones. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I love that guy.
Ron Cephas Jones.
That's my man's. Real
Okay.
talk.
So
His
he's gonna be
daughter,
in it?
he's in
Alright.
it because his daughter, like, she getting all the success,
Mhm.
and that's beautiful. She's talented too.
Right.
But my man Ron ain't get shine. Ron Giovanni, I got y'all.
Okay.
Real
Yeah. I
talk.
mean, Ron Cephas Jones has truly been working for a long time and been in
He
a lot of
deserve it.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Real.
passed away
Damn it, Ron.
last year.
Yo, Ron. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear about this. Real talk.
Yeah, yeah. Jasmine Jones. Okay, got it. Alright.
Hey,
Yeah.
man. See, it's yo, real talk, man. When you got people you like they work, tell them. I ain't
Give
get the
them their
chance to tell
flowers.
Ron.
Give them their flowers.
Real
I
talk.
know. I
I just
know.
found out right here. I wanted to work. I wanted to do a movie, do
A
something with
movie
Ron.
podcast with you is what I
Yeah.
wanted to do.
Admittedly, pretty sure Ron, you didn't want to do it with me. I get
Yeah,
it.
no,
'Cause
you probably
you
had
do better work than what I'm capable of. But yo, that just made me sad. Shit, I really like
Yeah.
his work.
I'm sorry.
Oh
I'm so
man.
sorry. Well, we'll find somebody else for you.
Real talk, man. Yo. Sad ending. Didn't
No,
expect that.
no, you can, get um, Giancarlo Esposito. Is that his
Okay.
name?
Okay. I'm with that pivot.
Yeah.
Real talk. Okay, Giancarlo Exposito. You
Right?
in it.
That's his name, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the dude, the chicken guy, right?
Oh, from, Breaking Bad?
From Breaking Bad. Yeah, I'm
Yes,
with
the
you.
chicken guy from so many things he's done, and then, yeah, he is the chicken guy from Breaking Bad.
Great villain. Love that dude.
Yeah, 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 he'd be a great villain.
You in the
He's great
show
in
now.
everything. Alright, see, we fixed it.
We fixed it.
Yeah.
By the way, Shy and I will be taking holidays off.
Yes.
So
So,
we'll be back in the new year.
yeah,
But
yeah, happy holidays to you and yours.
happy holidays, man. Enjoy it. Hope you like the gifts. Hope it goes well.
Yeah. I hope you've got, receipts for everything you need to exchange.
Amen. Amen. Enjoy it. Peace.